New York City, the Big Apple, also known as the Concrete Jungle. When most people think of New York City, tall buildings, bright lights, and busy streets come to mind. Of course, you can see the obvious richness in those elements, but there's another side of the Big Apple, the side that many consider to be the jungle. The less commercially celebrated parts of New York City, where the true seeds of the Big Apple are hidden. Hello, my name is Miguel Garcia, a New York City native. My goal is to explore, find, and celebrate these hidden seeds inside the Big Apple's core. Take this journey with me.
Now, I want to go even further, you know what I'm saying, than those folks knowing Terrell Blair. All right, because I know a little bit about that Terrell Blair. All right. Cypress Avenue. All right. Certain things that you might have been into. All right. And of course, like, you know what? We all got our little knucklehead times, you know what I'm saying, as far as growing up. We probably thinking like what we're doing is what should be done at that moment. And you get caught up, right? Prison time.
Right.
All right. Who was that guy prior?
You know the reality of it is though, June, even if you want to take it there, and not to put you on forefront, but even when I was making money, I was still a leader. Look, you couldn't tell me I wasn't the man when I had my team. Yo, the 3-man tournament, come on, June. June was on, let's say it, but my team, you know what I mean? June was jumping to the sky, and it felt good to know that I had a team. I can buy them all types of juice. And, I remember coming to the game like, yeah, well, I was like 18 or so, like, yeah, this is my team. Now, other team members, other coaches couldn't come correct like I came with the Gatorade. We drink and all this and that. You know what I mean? Like, those, for me, a lot of that started there. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay, we keeping it organic, all right? So, of course, you were sponsoring these teams, bringing the Gatorade. Halftime, we was good. You know what I'm saying? All right, now, I'm talking about how did it get to that point where you were able to sponsor these teams?
Right.
Bring the Gatorade and stuff like that. There were certain things going on.
So here's the thing. But that, I was in the pharmaceutical business, right? Now, here, even with that, I was around a lot of pharmacists.
Get to it, pay attention.
Yeah, I was around a lot of pharmacists that, to this day, I still give them props for who they are and what they have taught me. You dig what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they were still leaders. You dig what I'm saying? In a community that, of course, dwelled off of the products that were being distributed. You dig what I'm saying? We dwelled off it financially. We dwelled off of it. A lot of people dwelled off of it on the negative and the positive side. You dig what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I got caught up in that, right? But lo and behold, it taught me techniques. The techniques that I've acquired from there also put me in visionary stage as well. Because, doing that, for a lot of us, we learn, right? You know how they say you got to go through a training? Nah, it's on-the-job training. On-the-job training. And with that comes the consequences. You know what I mean? So, of course, I dwelled in that, the beauty of it, the finances and everything else. But remember, now coming home, I took the technique, right, and transformed it into a positive technique, right? But I also I relinquished ties with the product and recreated a positive product, which was Hoodlife Cyphas, right? Crack DVDs and everything else that came along with that. You dig what I'm saying? And it enhanced, right, the leader that I didn't realize I was until years after. You dig what I'm saying? I knew that I had some of that when I came home. Certain individuals like, yo, what we gonna do? What you mean, what we gonna do? Let's go back out there. And I'm like, and these are older dudes.
And they're looking for your guidance.
Right. But at the time, I'm like, I know I still had those capabilities, but I'm trying to now juggle. And if you remember correctly, June, remember, I was selling glasses, right? Now, I said to myself, I like to stay fly. I met somebody.
Oh, I want to touch on that. Don't say nothing. This dude been on some fly shit. Listen, like, you know what? As far as age, I'm his subordinate as far as age. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna talk about numbers and shit like that. But this dude has been fly forever. I'm talking about the watch had to match the shirt. Little chain popping out, kicks, fire. Hey, listen, man, he was always on some shit. I'm gonna give it up to you for that, man.
Thank you, Joe.
'Cause that shit made me want to be fly.
And
That shit made me want to
fly, boy.
Hey,
fly,
listen, man,
boy.
you definitely not. I'm gonna say, man, I'll put you on the Mount Rushmore when it comes down to that shit, man. Most definitely.
Yeah,
Most
man.
definitely, man. Salute to that, man.
Yeah, of
Man,
course.
continue on.
Yeah,
I had to stop, you know what I'm saying, stop the show for a minute.
You know, Joe, and so, with that being said, remember I had to feed my high. My high was wanting that fast money, you know what I mean? And I had to really face that, So I had to fill in those gaps. You dig what I'm saying? Filling in those gaps as we were, moving on with. Remember, I started getting the glasses, June. Man, I linked in with somebody that was getting them, and I turned around and started doing it myself.
Get a optics.
Yo, get a June could attest to it, man. I was getting all types of glasses, man. But I had to feed a high, but I also had to feed the fly as well, because I was taking on them glasses as well. I had all types of glasses. It had to meet the fresh. You dig what I'm saying? Remember, I'm still young.
What I gather, man, you always had that business mindset, and I think that the lesson that you learned was enough. Because I think that it just took that one time.
Yeah.
But you still kept that mindset and just shifted.
Can I say that? But even in that time frame, I got arrested again.
Oh no, shit! I didn't know that.
See, a lot of people didn't. So I'm enjoying all aspects of everything, right? So you know how people talk, the youngins right now. Drug sales isn't the norm now. Scamming is the norm. You dig what I'm saying? But my era of scamming was when I came home, I knew some scammers, and I was used as a vehicle because I knew so many people. So they would call me, yo, bro, I got Gucci this, Gucci that they called me because I still was gonna buy some of the stuff too, because I still needed to stay fly.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, June, I had to quench that. I like to stay fly, but I also knew a lot of people. Yo, I was getting Tiffany jewelry, I was getting all aspects of it. Not going to the stores doing it, but I was getting it. You know what I mean? And I would sell it. Of course, I'm gonna throw my on that mother flower.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because I was still trying to quench the financial thirst. You dig what I'm saying? In June. So with that being said, I'm saying I was doing so many things that I remember one time, man, I just started my job where I'm currently at as of now. Went to go pay a bill. The person gives me a ticket, right? The ticket, back in those days, this was 2001. Yeah, 2001. You can take a receipt. And this, say for instance, I didn't purchase, like I say for instance, they didn't have my size on some Gucci shoes. I just like, no, just put it on the receipt. I'll come back and get it when y'all call me or let me know what was what. I went to Bird Oak Goodman. Man.
You sure you want to put this out there?
No, it wasn't Bird Oak Goodman. It was one of them, right? But anyway, I'm going to pay a bill.
Okay.
I'm going to pay, I'm going to, and I give the receipt to the person and say, yo, listen, I need these. It was altered. I get arrested for that. Now, of course, nobody knows. They ain't, who's such and such. They arrested me. I didn't say such and such because I go to jail. Ain't nobody else gonna go to jail. I'm a G. You dig what I'm saying? I don't play that. I knew that there was some possibilities that something was tampered, but
Right.
Terrell Blair being Terrell Blair, you know what I mean? I still live on the edge. It occurred. I only did 3 months. I got violated, but I'm saying this to say that I was about to get off a life parole, right? But that's when I knew that I was moving a little too fast. I'm 3 years home. I'm doing too much. I had to slow down, right?
Was you trying to catch up to what you once was before you got locked up the first time?
Well, not only that. Remember, I'm still young. I'm still trying to live a life. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Terrell, you know that motherfucker fly. You dig what I'm saying? I had just got this job. I didn't have no fucking I never knew nothing about a 9 to 5. And I was a year there.
Did you call that uncontrolled energy?
Uncontrolled energy. Uncontrolled energy where I thought that I had control of it. But that taught me a lesson because I could have lost my job. They kept my job. You dig what I'm saying? I had took the job, that position to another level. So
Yes.
they were like, I got you. So they were still paying me in the 3 months. It was a violation. You dig what I'm saying? But in that violation, I seen individuals that were like, wow, what the fuck you doing here? You just gave this time back.
Hold up, they were still paying you while you was locked up?
Yeah, because I accumulated so much.
You know what? That might be a first, man. How do you keep you on furlough?
Yeah, yo, I'm gonna tell you this is so crazy. But I had listen.
That's legendary.
No, but here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because
Right.
remember, this is my first job. I ain't take a fucking day off. I was
okay.
so happy. I had a million vacation time. I had hours.
So
I had sick
you
time.
had 3 months worth of sick
Yo,
day.
sick time, this time, anything, bro.
That's funny.
Yo, I had it all. Listen, everything.
I'm
I was in a susu. I was still paying that. Yo, I came home with some nice piece of change and all that shit. On top of what I've saved and all that other shit.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm impressed by. All right. I mean, those that know you, they know of this part of your life. But folks that probably just met you, or they just like now getting to know you, they will probably never think you were locked up before.
It's so funny you said, can I say this shit?
It's like, yo, how the fuck you work your way out of that?
Yeah, Joe, let me laugh. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna laugh about this. To this day,
You
right?
never think.
To this day, the most educated far and beyond be like, Terrell, so you a criminal? You don't look like a criminal. You know I can talk that talk. You don't look like a criminal. And I say, what do a criminal look like? And there's people that I've been with around 10 years, and they'll get into the prison situation. So I'm talking to them, and they start, frowning down or defining and, putting such and such. And then I'm saying, I was in prison. Terrell, don't fucking.
No one would ever think.
Yes, man, I get that all the time.
I commend you for that, man. Because you know what? You may not even notice, man, because you're just flowing. You're flowing, you're being who you are, whatnot. But I also that takes work. That takes work. You know what I'm saying? Like just to change a perception. Especially something that you pivoted in that arena. To come out and get caught up again, just like I'm just being educated on that now.
Yeah.
And then you come back out and you start doing all these amazing things, man. It's people really fucking look up to you, man.
But here's the thing,
And they wouldn't think that shit.
Yeah, here's the thing though. It's funny. I'm saying that to say, June, that during that time, I had started Hoodlife Cyphas, and I remember coming home, and they was like, "What we gonna do?" And I was chill. I was like, "I ain't doing that shit no more." Yeah, all that. Man.
Who was the we? Who was we?
So at the time, we had a team. It was a team. It was Don D, Damon. Those were the pivotal, right? You know what I mean?
Shout out to them.
Yeah, major shout outs. Damon, I tell you this, Damon would host his ass off. I was like that. You remember
He's a bad boy.
Yeah. You remember when Def Jam Comedies was on and Russell Simmons would come out at the end?
Yeah. That's shit she was on.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out, guys.
Yeah. And it's funny because if you look at some of my old DVDs,
Right.
that's how our editor did it. Like I would be seen at the last of it, sweeping the community center. Like, all right, thank you, man. Thank you for all coming. You know what I mean? Right. But I never wanted to be part. I've never wanted to have my face in any of those. You dig what I'm saying? Because it wasn't about me. It was just about creating a platform for those. You dig what I'm saying?
As far as the team, what happened?
Yeah, let's just go. Let's go. I think what happened was it was just we. Let me give you an example.
All right.
When things are created, right? As friends, we all come up with this. Yo, man, when I get on, I'll put you on, right?
Doesn't always
So
work that way.
But here's the thing: you put that person on or put them in position because that's your man, not because they fit the criteria.
Okay.
Right? So organically, when things fell into place, Big Don, that's my bro, like far and beyond. Don just happened to have a camera, a high 8 camera, and me and Don was hanging out.
It's like the stars were aligned.
Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? And it happened naturally. Damon just him, his character, his funniness, his everything. He's fit that criteria. He all hands down. You know what I mean? All hands down. You know what I mean? Was made for that, and that happened organically. Damon would just happen to be there and just step up. You know what I mean? All right, yeah, you that. And things just didn't happen. You know what I mean? It just that we didn't come to a clearer consensus because things just happened. It wasn't planned. You dig what I'm saying? And I think that's what occurred. You dig what I'm saying? And after a while, even with the example that I used, people still wasn't ready for their positions. I wasn't even ready for my position.
Is it like with any certain relationships, is it a growing apart type of thing?
Yes. And I think that even with the positions, none of us was ready for what actually occurred. We became like these hood legends, man, in that short period of time. And sometimes it went to all of our heads. You dig what I'm saying? We wasn't, what the communication may have been thrown off, the egos was there. There was a slew of different things, and we parted ways. You dig what I'm saying?
But this happens like for folks, you know what I'm saying, that are heavy into business, and those getting into business, you might experience this. Like, listen, I was just in an interview with somebody that I used to rock with on the party scene and whatnot, and he mentioned something to me. He was like, listen, like, you know what? When we rocked, he didn't necessarily say me, but I knew what he was talking about. He's like, it was a 50-50 situation. I didn't mind that, just as long as everybody understands that I'm in charge of the creative, And with me, like, I took myself back to that time and that age. I know I would not have understood that at that age.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I didn't have that. I have a creative gene, but he was on another level with his creative gene. I had structure, which he respected.
Right.
But the only thing that he did not do, he was not upfront with that. So like and I'm not saying that was this situation here, but being that he wasn't upfront with that, he didn't give me an opportunity to understand that. So my thing is like, hey, listen, like, you know what, like you got me on the creativity part, and you've been in this game before me, educate me on that. I may just be okay. It's just the way you lay things out. Right. But I learned, I was like, man, I get it, because then I was in that position. Right. Yeah, and I'm just like, hey, listen, like, you know what? I started this. I'm not, as far as finances, I'm saying we can do what we do, but I see this going this way. Don't pull me over here and there. I'm not trying to go there. I'm saying this.
Now
like,
you become that creative, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And a lot of times, like, that's where the conflict is birthed. You understand? Because egos get involved. Yeah. And that's just my experience, but I'm kind of.
But it's synonymous. No, but here's the thing: you couldn't have said it no better. And I think that once again, it was part of growth and development as well. You dig what I'm saying? Because, you see where you at. Now I'm still in the game, though. I'm still here.
Salute to those brothers, man.
Salute to
spam. This is spam.
Salute to Damon. Salute to Mark. Salute to Dondi.
This is really like our fam.
Yeah, you dig what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I've never wanted anything to go wrong. You don't sit down or you don't prep to be like, oh man, it's gonna potentially go wrong and I'm gonna have the antidote for that. You dig what I'm saying? So, 20 years down the line, I love it. I'm still doing it. Not to say that they can't do it. You dig what I'm saying? But I love it, and I'm still here. You know what I mean?
So whether they can, like, these are still, and I'm like they're doing well.
Yeah, everybody's doing well, right?
We're just talking about the base of the business. This type of shit happens.
Yes, it does.
And I experienced it. Like, but it doesn't mean you can't have a brotherhood.
Right.
It doesn't mean that.
Right.
It's kind of whack if you're not able to have that means a brotherhood was never really strong.
Right.
And I've been through this shit.
Yeah, but I think what's so crazy about that, because even now, like when providing advice for artists or anybody that's looking for a team, I say, listen, it's all right to say you want to have some of your childhood friends or family members, but be careful, because they may not fit that criteria.
not fit that
Now,
criteria.
they may be great hustlers because they were part of that game, that outside game that y'all all came from, right? Now, look at what he was strong in and say, okay, if you were strong in that, let's put you in marketing. You got to look at now the skill base. Don't have him or her be your manager, because they may not be great at that. If you know that this dude was, or a young lady was great at that, and you knew this dude was talkative, he was able to broker specific type of deals, maybe he has the potentials to be this. But don't just give them positions because they are your friends or that's your uncle or your aunt. No, they can be your downfall. You think what I'm saying, Joe?
Now, can you imagine? And this takes me back, to what we was speaking of earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if everybody could just embrace their role?
Yeah.
You put everybody put everything on the table, and everyone just embraces their role.
We would have had the league.
This is what I'm talking about. You see what I was making that 360.
Yeah.
What battle rap is today, that shit would have been y'all.
Yeah. I agree.
You know, but the beautiful thing is everybody's still doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just in other avenues and shit like that.
Yeah.
But as a fan, I like to touch on that.
That was good. I agree. That was a good segue back into that. You know, we would have been that. You dig what I'm saying?
Because the personalities were all colorful.
Yeah.
Man.
Everyone was who they were. You dig what I'm saying? Everyone, and you know, it helped me though. I tell you this, it helped me, you know, in moving forward, because it also gave me structure and also allowed me to respect the vision of others. Even though with DVDs, I only watched a DVD once. I couldn't watch.
How does that make you feel? Do you cringe? Like what is it?
I couldn't watch it. As soon as it's finished, I was a little bit in the editing stages, but I was there for each element of it. So those are things that people may not know. So when artists run up to me and this, I'll be like, I try to, like, okay, I remember. Yo, but I was on this. Oh, I'm
gonna tell you something. Like, and you know, before we get off that, but at least now, I think you would agree on this. Like where we stand now, 2020, like we're grown men. It's nobody's fault. We were all conditioned, you know what I'm saying, to have that fucking inner demon. You know what I'm saying? Like these fucking egos.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
We were kind of taught to have that shit towards each other. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really blame each other for that shit, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not
gonna get to a certain point to be like, yo, damn, like, you know something? Shit, I don't really feel like that no more. We could have did things a little different.
It goes back to us walking into the community of Beekman and Cypress, and you're saying, well, damn, man, you know, you're just a positive brother. You're going to put out. But I'm like, nah, but that's the hidden seed. We are part of the hidden seed. We were able to grow, right? Acquire, right? Lead, provide positions, teach, move forward, come back.
And you're still doing it, man.
Right. That's the hidden seed.
You're still doing it, man. So like I know COVID done shut a lot of shit down, right? You know, but you're still going at it strong virtually, right? Can you tell the people about the projects that you have going on now?
You know, COVID has reinforced some of the things that I wanted to always issue in the years prior, but it slowed me down, gave me clarity, and allowed me to embark on, uncharted. And I say uncharted because it was uncharted. Prior to me doing these lives, even prior to March of 2020, before we went to quarantine, I would be at events or our events or anywhere. I may have went live once. Fuck, son, that's the youngins and this and that. Fuck, I'm gonna go live for. Man, the fuck out of here. Now, live. I am live. Man, I done did about 40 album reviews. Now, let me tell you about these album reviews, though, June, because here's the thing. Growing up, not even growing up, but
He on his shit right now.
you know, cause here's the thing, Drew. I want to say this, man. The idea always been there. Remember I said, cause I wanted to start doing. I get bored quick. We Sagittarians, we get bored quick, man. Man, I know you, June. You know, motherfucker get bored.
Same birthday.
Yo.
Same birthday.
Same birthday, man. Yo, we get bored quick, man. Look, I was knee deep in the interviews, this, that. But I'm like, I would listen to a Nas album, right? And like I was just listening to Nas. But anyway, I'm like, I need to know the story. What made this motherflower say that? Where was he at when on this verse he said that? I wanted to get the stories behind these, June. So when we started, I called a young bro, right, by the name of TDI Music. He was like, nah, bro, you know. Young, you know, he's like, he artist. He was like, nah, big bro, I don't know. Man, I said, F that, I'm gonna do it. Did my first one, and I was glued. So I was able to break down each song, June. You know what that is for an artist to say, yeah, real. Well, this is where I was at with it. So when I wrote that, right, I was high first and foremost, or whatever. And they break down the stories. Or then when you can get certain artists, like when I had Nori on there, right? When I had Nori, yo.
I tuned in.
Nori, let me tell you the story behind it. It was only supposed to be 20 minutes.
That brother's energy is something else, man.
We went an hour.
Actually.
Yo, I went an hour and a half with him.
Right.
Because we were breaking down songs, man, that he was like, yo, and I thought I could talk. I didn't have to talk a lot. You dig what I'm saying? They wanted to tell these stories.
But listen, like, I want you just to, to keen in on that right there. These are the type of folks you have on your platform. You know what I'm saying? They get on with you virtually and they chop it up with you.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it's not always about celebrity or whatnot. I'm just saying, like, the platform is definitely the real deal, man.
Yo, and here's the thing. Even, listen, I had Ritz, man. I mean, I have so many. I got Granddaddy IU coming up, right? Monday. Well, this won't be there, but I'm just saying, for me to, that smooth, like, I'm like, when I get these, I solidify these joints, I be like, oh shit, I get into my own zone, I become that fan as well. Don't ever get it twisted, you know what I mean? But know the stories, come on, y'all be wanting to know the stories behind some of these songs.
That's right.
So the next few months, I'm getting ready to kill them. June. So right now, and moving forward, we're about to start another segment where I'll be going out to, now I'm going to be back out. I linked up with a company by the name of Lavish Life Magazines, and we're going to be doing spotlight, artist spotlight day, where we're going to provide a platform for artists to get their artists per each session, you know what I mean, every month. And if you notice with artists, a lot of people don't have photo shoots. They don't have bios. They don't have none of that. So we're going to provide something that...
So it's like a one-stop shop.
A one-stop shop. And if some of those artists do have an album out, I'll give them that perk by doing an album review for them.
Okay, dope. Can you do us a favor?
What's that?
Can you put your social medias out there?
So you can hit me up. I am Terrell Blair. IAMTERRELL Blair. That's my Instagram. Then I have my website Instagram, which is HLMmedia.com. And then I have my concert handle as well, which is called Military Ground Concerts. And if you can't get to me via DMs, you can just email me, terrell.blair@gmail.com. And there you have it.
Okay, hold on, man.
Oh.
That piece of jewelry around your neck, man. I like that.
Oh, man.
What's that about?
This is my lady, my lady Dee Blue, man. She designs.
Put it out there.
Yeah, she designs all. She designs jewelry, but of course I've become the model for it. Nah, yeah, but I made a lot of money via her, you know what I mean? But she only gave me maybe 5%. But anyway, Dee Blue, Blue Jewels, etc. provides all my jewelry. And I don't wear nothing else but her jewelry. I don't care if other people feel that it is of no worth. Believe it or not, it's all of worth to Terrell Blair.
You know what, King? I want to just shake your hand, man, and spin a honor. I'm gonna look you dead in the eye, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, get what's yours, man.
Man, I'm having fun with it, and I'm getting it, man. I'm getting it.
It was yours, man. Like, you've inspired me, taught me a few things or whatnot, and I ran with certain stuff, man.
And vice versa, y'all. This is a two-way street.
You know? Thanks for tuning in with us, y'all. Listen,
Hold on. Let
y'all.
me make sure you get my my new cons.
Yeah, make sure you get that.
You see them cons right there? That's that hair on there, Bree. Come on, baby.
Oh, hold on.
Come on, man.
Oh, I see why. The pony skin.
Come on, B.
Pony skin. Hey, listen, man, he's too much, man.
Come on, B.
He's too much, man.
Respect my fresh, B.
Unbelievable.
Respect my fresh. Can I get a pic? You can send this to me just like this. Hold on, I need this right here, dude. Respect my fresh, man. Can you get this, man? Cats, right, go through, they fly, right? And I be like, yo, man, I remember being on Cyphas and coming out. I remember I had the cowboy boots, right? And the motorcycle joints, right? I come through late 90s, right? Come through with them, the motherfuckers is laughing. I get locked up, everybody wearing them.
Thanks for tuning in to Hidden Apple Seeds. Rock it out.
Yo, I remember that, I used to come through, right? With all type of different shit on. Motherfuckers be laughing like, yo, they not laugh, but they be like, it's fucking real, you know what I mean? I challenged everything. I went against the grain on everything. Fly was me.
Drop a jewel, close it out.
Yo, Fly was me. I am Terrell Blair, right? Create your own direction. You are your own designer of life, right? Respect who you are first and foremost. Everything else will fall right into place. Love y'all. Yo. This is your boy Terrell Blair. Oh man, I just had the greatest, dopest interview. I don't know what y'all may call him, but I call him Junito Garcia of Hidden Apple Seeds. Oh man, let me tell you something. You gotta understand the title of Hidden Apple Seeds.